Mike Owens with Inside Fighting, and it's always a pleasure to be joined by Angela Hill, who returns to action next Saturday night, facing Yasmin Lucindo in UFC Fight Night. Angela, always a pleasure. How are your emotions ahead of your return?
Good, good. I still got a couple weeks, so I'm not too antsy yet. I
Mm.
think I'll probably be more emotional like next week or flying into Vegas. Thanks. But yeah, right now I still got time to like shore up everything and make sure I'm showing up like in tip-top shape the way I want to.
Before we talk about the fight, I have to ask you about an Instagram post you made a couple of days ago or a couple of weeks ago. Are you getting camo shorts for this fight? Is that confirmed?
Oh, the custom shorts?
Custom
Yeah, I
shorts?
mean, no,
Or camo
I
short,
need
custom,
to.
excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could call it camo, alien camo. No,
Sorry, my mistake.
I
I watched Bryce
did it
Mitchell
as
earlier.
I did it as a. Oh, say it again.
I said I saw Bryce Mitchell's fight earlier, so I'm probably
Oh,
getting
well,
slightly
I did it
confused.
as a. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it's a little delay, my bad. But yeah, I mean if Bryce Mitchell gets shorts, why can't I, right? But I did it as a joke because everyone got really mad at Khalil Roundtree getting shorts, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make him even more mad. I'm gonna I'm gonna do like this little fake post and say that I'm getting shorts. So I like went on AI and made like a pair of custom shorts, and they actually turned out really cool. So I was trying to get Venom to actually do them. And so we got like a few of my fans and stuff. They've been campaigning for the shorts to be available in the store because I think people like the shorts like regardless of whose custom shorts they are. They're just kind of cool. It's like Alien with the Black Power fists and like cool colors. I think a lot of people can vibe with that.
They were very cool. I'm kind of disappointed it's not real, although I wasn't 100% sure, hence why I asked the question. How do you think it should be
Yeah.
decided who gets custom shots?
I don't know. I feel like everyone should have custom shorts. I don't think I'm special. I don't think, I think before it was reserved for like champions and not just champions, but people who have defended a bunch of times. But then you have people like Bryce Mitchell getting shorts. You have people like Patty Pimblett getting shorts. So I think it's also a popularity contest. But I'm one of those people who, like any hardcore fan, knows who I am. Like I've been around the UFC for a long time. I've like had a bunch of big opportunities, hit or miss, like that. I've always put on a show for the fans. So I feel like if anything, the veterans should definitely get custom shorts. Like anyone who has. I don't know, anyone who's at the top of the Venom bracket when it comes to like how much pay you get per fight, they should think about putting some custom shorts in there anyway. If anything, everyone makes more money.
Little bit of a technical difficulty there, but Angela, I was asking you about some of the comments that Jared Cannonier made after your last fight, saying you deserve to be in the UFC Hall of Fame, and some of the support that UFC fighters, both past and present, shown towards that recommendation from Jared.
Yeah, that was really cool. I didn't look at all the comments because, of course, there's going to be a lot of negativity too. But the few that I saw were really cool, just to get my peers chiming in, and they're the ones whose opinions matter the most. I've gotten messages from Dana and Hunter and Mick, all just kind of bigging me up after big fights, after big wins and stuff, and I definitely feel like I deserve it, but it was really cool to feel recognized, like especially someone like Cannonier who's been to the top, who's fought for the title. Like he's someone that I have a huge amount of respect for, so for him to acknowledge that meant the world to me.
It must be nice for you fighting up the rankings for a change in this one because it generally feels from the outside looking in like you're defending your rank against somebody looking to almost make their name by beating you. It must be nice to fight somebody where you can kind of claim something from them over a victory.
Yeah, finally, the last time I got to do that was Luana, and I ended up getting a guillotine on her.
Mm.
So I like having that extra intention when it comes to like, why am I fighting this person? What's the goal here? What's the end game? And when I fight down, you lose sight of that a little bit. Like you almost feel like people don't believe you deserve to be where you are. When you fight up, you feel like people think that you have potential that's untapped, and so it's nice to feel like a prospect. I think that's what happens whenever you fight up. No matter how long you've been with the company, you feel like a prospect. Like, oh, they're letting
Mm.
me prove my worth right now. I feel honored. So I think that's kind of the feeling right that I'm having, especially with this matchup. It's a match that I really wanted. I was begging for this for a while since she fought Marina Rodriguez. I was like, give me either one of those girls. I wasn't able to get them, but I think that was right before I got my Luana Pinheiro fight. So I've been having my eyes on her for a while, and now that I finally get to come up against Lucindo, it's like, oh shit, I get what I wanted. There's always that kind of like fear that you ask for the wrong thing, but also I have a lot of confidence in the way that my skills match against her, the way that I can use just like my savviness against her and my experience. And I feel like everything all her strengths that she brings to the table, I've already shown that I can deal with that type of pressure.
Is this the type of opportunity you've been looking for in terms of what it could potentially unlock for you next in terms of getting back up these strawweight rankings?
Yeah, I mean, always you're looking to fight up. Always you're looking at what could be next. But I'm trying to stay focused on the task at hand.
Mm.
I think that was the difference. When I fought Luana, I felt like I was really focused on just Luana. So with this fight, same thing. I'm really focused on Lucinda. I'm really focused on just beating the brakes off of her, using all the skills that I have. I've been developing some new tricks since my last fight too. So just trying to put everything together and have the best fight possible. And like I feel like if anything, a finish gets you noticed, whether it's against some girl coming straight off a contender series or if it's against someone who's fought for the title. If you
Mm.
finish them, it's gonna get noticed. It's more so than a decision. Or something like that, or a split decision, which I was lucky enough to win last time. So it's one of those things where that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on the task at hand, focused on getting the finish, and then afterwards I can reap the benefits.
When you say new tricks you've been working on, is that in the striking or the grappling department?
Oh, both. Like I can't just do one,
Mm.
There's so much tape on me. If I try to learn one trick, like there's way less chance of that opportunity popping up because everyone's gonna be so prepared. They have tons of tape on me. Everyone has good coaches. They're gonna go through it and make sure they're ready for me. So yeah, I have to work on everything. I have to work on my striking approach, my grappling approach, my wrestling, my conditioning, my rhythm, my cadence. Like I have to switch everything up every time I get out there.
What can you take from your opponent's last fight against Amanda Lemos?
I think that Lemos was able to pick up on some of the stuff I saw in the Rodriguez fight. I think she was able to capitalize on some little positions where Lucindo likes to hang out. Like where she likes to rest, like against the fence. On in the grappling, she likes to just kind of hang out and rest and get her breath back. And I think if anything, like there isn't like this aura of I guess unbeatableness with Lucindo. Like there wasn't in the Rodriguez fight. I feel like I've seen that with a lot of her fights, but she's been able to get the wins together, which brings you up the rankings. So as soon as I saw her in the top 10, I was like, ooh, I want a chance. I want to crack at her. I feel like that's a puzzle that I can solve. I feel like whatever she's gonna bring to the table, I'll be ready for. And it's always exciting to come up in a fight like that where you feel like you could really sink your teeth into everything, you understand everything that's going on, or at least it looks like that. Like of course once you get in there it's like ah shit,
Yeah.
but it's nice to go in with that confidence, like oh, I recognize everything that I'm seeing. I think that you don't always get that. Like if I'm coming up against like someone who's a specialist, someone like a Suarez or someone like a Dern, you know, someone who like I might not understand everything I'm seeing right now. I can learn how to defend it, but I might not know like conceptually what they're doing. In this fight, I feel like I can be ahead when it comes to that.
Do you prefer fighting other? I understand that you're a martial artist. I'm not taking away from your grappling in any by any means, but do you prefer fighting other quote unquote strikers?
It depends, you know. I think it depends on the matchup. There's like types of strikers that I like to fight. Like if I'm fighting someone who just likes to box a lot, that's fun. If I'm fighting someone who only throws kicks, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna catch you, you know. So it really depends on the type of striker, I guess.
Angela, last question before I let you go. When Dana walked into the media room and a reporter inevitably asks him about your fight, what would you like him to say?
Um, the thing he always says about girls he likes, she's a badass. That girl's a badass. That's it. That's all I want to hear from him. You know, if I could hear that after my fight, I know I did my job.
I love it. Angela, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you staying with me with the tech issues on my side. Have a great and safe rest of camp and best of luck for the next fight.
Thank you.